If your child gets tired before the whistle and they get nervous, they don't need more pep talks. They need one simple strategy that turns nerves into fuel. My name is Valentino Di Lorenzo and I play at the semi-professional level in Italy, captain of multiple teams, and now I transform over 500 players just like your son or daughter that were struggling to overcome pre-game jitters, and now they're using the mentalities of champions. So what we're gonna see today, the shark mentality, the positive self-talk, and the goldfish mentality, and I'll show you how a pre-game routine any kid can run in the car, on the sidelines, or before they jump on the field. But if you want to learn more about our mentoring program, click a link here in the description. You can book a call and one of our team will hop on a Zoom with you and see if your child is a good fit. So most kids wait to feel confident before they act. Confidence actually follows a small action that tells the body, I'm safe, I'm ready, I can do this. If we don't guide that first minute, the brain runs on worry and your child will start to become afraid, and wherever the mind goes, the body follows. After this video, your child will leave with a simple routine and mental techniques that they can practice every single time they go and play. The routine is implementing the shark mentality, the goldfish mentality, and the positive self-talk. First, we need to start with slowing down the breathing, your child's nerves, and then they need to become a shark on the field. They need to show a positive body language, chest open, eyes up, and be aggressive, going aggressive in every tackle, not being afraid to make mistakes, going strong, and always focus on the next play. And then they have to use goldfish reset every single time that they are making mistakes. And whatever mistakes they make, they need to move on quickly and forget about it. And then another strategy that goes together and that closes the so-called mental loop is the positive self-talk. So it doesn't matter how bad the mistake, doesn't matter how many mistakes, if you think that you're not doing well in the game, you always want to use positive self-talk. Like, next play, let's do this. And also coaches are looking for players that are very vocal and they ask for the ball and they show leadership skills. And a way to show leadership skill is to talk more on the field. Man on, I'm here, I'm open, let's go guys, right? Encouraging yourself, but also your teammates. But the first technique, the shark mentality that your child wants to learn and embrace is they need to go aggressive on the tackles, because when you go aggressive, you win more tackles. Don't be afraid of getting hurt, because the more you think about it, the more you will get hurt. And not only going aggressive, but take the 1v1s, take the chances when you have it, and you're gonna realize how good you actually are when you take the chances and when you're not scared of making mistakes. The second one is, after that, you will eventually make mistakes. Every player makes mistakes. The professional players makes them, even the champions, the Ballon d'Or or World Cup champions, Messi, Ronaldo, every single player that you know and you watch, they make mistakes. What they do differently than your child, than you, is they forget those mistakes quickly and they're able to move on. Even if they missed a penalty, they move on quickly after that missed penalty and they're gonna score on the next play. And all this is tied together when we encourage ourselves and after those mistakes, because it's very easy to become negative and say, I always miss it, I can't do this. And instead, we need to use positive self-talk. And what you want to do, you want to start practicing in your backyard, and you can go there and maybe practice your first touch, practice your dribbling. And when you do that, when you make a mistake, try to forget about it. Pretend that you're playing a game, pretend that you're there and everybody's watching and you're moving on. And also you want to adopt the shark mentality as you practice it in your backyard, meaning you go aggressive on every tackle, you take a good first touch, you ask for the ball even if there's no one there. But you want to practice that before you can go to your real practice. That's where you need to practicing even more, and then it's going to become more natural when you play the game. A lot of players make the mistake to practice not aggressive, practice without practicing the mental tools, and only by practicing those mental tools you can become that player on the field in games. So if you want to write it down, shark mentality, aggressive, fearless, next play, strong, that is the mentality that you need to embrace every time you play. And whenever you make a mistake, just remember that you're making the same mistakes that Messi did or Ronaldo did or Mbappe, and what you want to do is do what they do. Forget about that mistake and move on. And the last one that ties it all together is the positive self-talk. So write down on a piece of paper those things, memorize it, and practice it every time you go. And then when you finish, you want to write down your feedback. That's what we do in our program. We teach kids this mentality, we tell them go and do it, and then report back and tell us what you did, how you did, and the feedback. So if you start developing that habit, you're gonna realize that you're actually way better than you are also in games, not only in practice. But if your child is very anxious, they are afraid to make a mistake, they're not taking any 1v1s, most likely is because they are lacking those mental tools that we teach in our program. Most of our kids, they transform within weeks, some of them after 1 week. We have a recent case from from Dubai that is a very small kid. He was afraid of going against bigger kids because he was afraid of getting hurt. He never scored any goal. This season, in the first couple of months, he scored 9 goals, and then he's going aggressive on every tackle. He doesn't care about getting hurt or doesn't care about bigger kids. And many others, once they learn those mentalities, they're not scared of anything. They're going in. And that's why a lot of them, they become captain of their teams. They become players that everybody look up to, and they also make higher teams. So if that's something that you're looking for your child, you see that they have the potential, but they are not showing it in games, what you want to do is click the link below here, book a call, and we'll ask you a couple of questions, and we'll see if your child qualifies for our program. If we do, then we guarantee results as long as your son or daughter is willing to do the work. So click the link below, and I'll see you in the next video.